Good morning to all, for all the families of uh, Florencia Vila. Thank you for coming here for today. The family of Vila, together with the relatives, are expressing their thanks for being here, for the support, for being here.
Our grandmother, Florencia Flory Vila, passed away at the age of 82 on December 26, 2010, after a 6-month battle to lung cancer. She was born on February 24, 1928, and was raised in the province of Pangasinan, Philippines. She is the fourth child of 6 of the late Antonio and Petronila Manzano. On June 3, 1944, she married Joaquin Vila during World War II. They settled in a little town in Lingayen, Pangasinan, where they raised their 12 children. At the age of 60, she migrated with her husband to the United States and lived in Seattle, Washington. They celebrated their 66th wedding anniversary in June 2010.
After the birth of their sixth child, Florencia studied the Bible with Jehovah's Witnesses and was baptized on May 2, 1959. She remained faithful to Jehovah and served him without let up. In the Philippines from the 1960s through the 1980s, she opened up her house for weekly meetings and as an accommodation for traveling overseers and pioneers. She was confident in God's promise of an earthly paradise and preached it to others. Just days before she died, she witnessed about God's kingdom and placed magazines to doctors and nurses while at the hospital. Her years of service to Jehovah brought forth a strong bond with thousands within Jehovah's organization and built lasting memories along the way.
Florencia's greatest achievement in life was raising and providing her children with spiritual, emotional, and material needs. Her desire to live and serve Jehovah helped her endure hardships and challenges in life. She will be remembered for being a loving, caring, humble, hospitable, generous, and strong-willed person. Family and friends will cherish her memories of the life they shared with friendship, but their greatest joy comes in knowing that in just a little while longer, a humble wife, mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, and friend will be welcomed back to life in a paradise earth and to live with the realization of her dreams of eternal life.
Florencia is survived by her husband of 66 years, Julio, 12 children, Esmeralda, Junicio, Estrella, Benhar, Danilo, Rebecca, Minda, Arnold, Ronaldo, Jemima, Jinky, and Florence, and sons and daughters-in-law. 28 grandchildren, 6 great-grandchildren, and sister Judy Lookout in Hawaii.
Now we would like to call also Charlie Go for to speak also for Florencia Vila. Please.
To my dear members of the family, good morning. Last night, I wrote a letter to Nanay, and I want to read it in front of you. My dearest Nanay, it was Friday, December 23rd, 2010, when we last saw each other. You were breathing laboriously and seems tired and uncomfortable. I sat beside you and asked, how are you doing? You whispered you were tired, cannot eat and sleep. I advise you to take your medications, for it will relieve you from your sufferings. You nodded, and after a few minutes, you told me that you wanted to rest, and I left you after saying good night. On December 25th, I worked at night shift. Rebecca came to pick me up at 7 a.m. the following morning and broke the sad news that you were gone. I was startled and shocked and could not believe that it happened too soon. There was a deafening silence as we drove to see you. Then I reminisced the moments and days that we were together. 6 months after I came here, I lost my mother. You consoled me and gave me some precious thoughts and advices. That is my burden and sorrow. And I knew by that time I found somebody to take my mom's role in my life. What I will not forget about you is that you will always ask me to eat whenever we see each other. I felt the compassion, kindness, and love, the same that I felt from my own mom. 3 years ago, I came to bring you home from the Philippines. I brought my family to Pangasinan. You warmly welcomed them and showed your undying hospitality and unconditional love. My nephew and nieces came here and visited me. You led the family in welcoming them. That I cannot thank you enough. Nanay, I cannot repay your kindness to me. In my own little way, I tried my best to please you by cooking some of your favorite foods, like the sali of chicken with ampalaya leaves, papaitan, and pakpet. I would like to do that over and over again, but you left me too soon. Your good deeds will be like an ever blooming flower and forever be cherished by me. I hope and I pray that your legacy that you left will continue on, that we will be close with one another and help each other in time of needs. Now I bid you goodbye, and I hope that we will see each other again. Farewell. Your loving son, Charlie.